Whilst Mark is away, Shaun will play. As it's Halloween, we thought it would be a cool idea to celebrate the Day of the Dead with a Halloween bonus video. So sit back, try not to get scared, and join me, Shaun from Simply Scuba, as I take a look at 5 of the creepiest things found whilst scuba diving.
Oh, my voice hurts.
Number 1. Diver finds hand in glove.
When scuba diving, you want to see the amazing and breathtaking wonders that our ocean has to offer. Whilst diving, people come across reefs, wrecks, and all types of marine life, but not for one fellow diver. The diver in question was diving with his buddies when he came across a glove on the ocean bed. Okay, that's a bit weird, but you do tend to find all types of pollution in the water. Said diver picked up the glove only to find out that it actually had a hand in it. But that's actually not the end of the story. The scuba diver brought the glove to the police. But yeah, they told them they hadn't received a report of a person missing a hand. Yeah, that's pretty spooky.
Number 2. Diver finds missing surfer preserved in his wetsuits.
We all love pushing the boundaries when scuba diving. We are a curious bunch after all. So when a bunch of scuba divers went exploring off the waters in Florence, Oregon, they got more than they bargained for. They were enjoying their dive when one diver noticed something rather odd on the ocean floor. As they got closer to the seabed, they were surprised as they came across a rather disturbing sight. A few days prior to their dive, a surfer had gone missing. Yep, you guessed it. Sitting on the ocean bed was the surfer's body. Because the surfer was still, of course, wearing his shorty, only his torso was preserved. The rest of his body was just skeletal remains due to the crabs and fish eating his body.
Number 3. Underwater cave changes colour.
So a group of divers were, diving off the coast of Fiji when at one point they went through a natural tunnel and ended up into a cave system. Sounds pretty normal. And that was until for some unknown reason the blue tint they were getting from the water all of a sudden turned red. Which, as we all know, is one of the first colours you actually lose when you go scuba diving. The divers were around the 20-metre mark, in a cave system with not much light, and the light that somehow was light in the cave was red. Yeah, I'd be a bit freaked out. Anyway, as they pushed through the cave and obviously they came out of the network, everything went back to blue. After the dive, they spoke to local dive schools and shops, but they all had no idea what the divers were talking about.
Number 4. First underwater ghost.
Paranormal divers. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Anyway, they were exploring a flooded underground cavern at around about 39 metres, taking pictures and recording footage to find anything spooky or creepy in the waters. Then for some reason, the team started to hear screams coming from the bottom of the cavern. Of course, they started snapping away to try and capture anything. When they got back to the surface, they found out where they heard the screaming was an exact location of where a scuba diver had died. They started looking back at their footage and found one picture that they say is the world's first underwater ghost. It's on the screen now. What do you think? No, that's not a smudge on your screen. That's a ghost apparently.
Number 5. Creepy doll.
Just for the record, dolls really freak me the puppy out. When scuba diving, you really wouldn't expect to see them. Sadly for one diver, this actually isn't the case. The diver in question was diving down a ledge that was dimly lit and the water was pretty murky. Then a touch of light shone on the ledge and brought to life a doll's head, which was just staring back at the scuba diver with its cold, dead eyes. The scuba diver naturally freaked out, and rightly so. He said that he'd actually never screamed so much in his life. I don't blame him, that's pretty freaky. Naturally, of course, he told his body that there was a cool fish on the ledge and told him to go take a look, then swam away just a little bit to see his buddy's reaction. Sounds like a good prank. That's all folks, do you have any creepy tales to tell? Have you come across something rather strange underwater? Let's have a chat about it in the comments. Happy Halloween everyone and stay spooky, and of course, safe diving. Yeah, that's right Mark, I nicked your line. We don't need you, I'm going to do all these videos now.
We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.